Hi everyone, my name is Sam. In today's series of commonly asked questions, the question is, what is COV, Cash Over Valuation? COV, or Cash Over Valuation, is the difference between the sales price of the flat and its actual valuation from HDB. Do note that COV is only applicable for HDB resale flats. Let me give you an example of how COV is present. Assuming if you are purchasing a resale HDB flat from the open market and the agreed sales price of the flat between the buyer and seller is 430k. If the actual valuation of the flat by HDB is valued at 400k, there is a cash over valuation of $30,000. Some of you may ponder, are we able to get the valuation of the flat from HDB before agreeing on the final sales price? In this sense, to help the buyer by not forking out too much cash for COV. Unfortunately, you will not be able to apply for HDB's valuation until the buyer places his or her deposit. However, one indicative measure which you can consider would be to look at its previous transacted prices in the same block of the same type on HDB website. There are 4 factors that may influence COV, such as the house location and accessibility. If it's near an upcoming MRT station, there might be an increment in prices as convenience is a privilege people would pay for. Next would be the amenities. If there are good schools, supermarket, food courts, people will be willing to pay a premium for it. Third factor to note would be the condition of the flat. If it's nicely renovated, sellers would not generally want to sell it at market value but to sell it for higher. And the last factor to note would be the buyer's urgency. If the buyers are urgently looking to move in due to growing families or any other reasons, expediting the sales process may lead to the acceptance of a higher transacted price. Now, some of you may ponder, what happens if the valuation is higher than the purchase price? Assuming if the agreed sales price between the buyer and seller is 430k, but HDB values the house at 450k, the transaction will still follow through as the seller is obliged to sell the flat at the agreed price once the OTP is being granted. In that sense, the buyer has made an unrealized paper gain of $20,000. Alright, so I hope you have a clearer understanding on COV and how it works. If you are a potential buyer not knowing where to start, you may reach out to me at 88477722 for a discussion on your next step. Till then, I'll see you on my next one.